young stars to the league's fame.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Stars, Oakley is in at the point. Winslow is out there with Booker. Then there's Towns, and it's Fleming in at the power forward. And so it's the elites getting on the board first. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Now Blair, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Pulls it from 20. Blair can't hit.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional careers.
Now, here is Russell. That one off the back iron and out.
And really a surprising amount of defense being played here tonight.
There really is. I mean, what's gotten into these guys? Usually it's all offense all the time in this game. I like that they're going at it like this. It looks more realistic.
You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers. And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Clock is at 3. Here's Oakley. The three-pointer off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Russell dishes to Okafor. Okafor with the screen on Oakley. Okafor sets the pick for Russell. To the right side. Blair. Offensive rebound. The Stars with the lead, and out of bounds as the elites gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Russell. Pass to Blair. Launches it. The elites again can't hit it.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Here's Oakley. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Oakley's got 6.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Blair can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Back to Oakley. It's on target from the high post. He's got 8.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Now, here is Russell. Count that one.
And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
So it's the Stars now. The elites getting the bucket there. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And it's a completely new group for the elites.
And the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
On the court for the Stars, Oakley in at point guard. Towns is out there with Booker. Then it's Johnson, and it's Schneider in at the 4. And it's the Elites with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. Took him no time at all on that one. Here is Oakley. Pass to Towns. Back to Oakley. Nice D from Russell.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Out of bounds. The Elites take possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Elites trail by 5. And Blair kicks to Russell. Blair against Oakley. And there's the pass to Okafor. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Down the Stars leading by 3. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Oakley passes to Towns. Back to Oakley. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Winslow's checked in for the Stars. Okafor gets the bucket.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
The drive by Russell. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 5 now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here is Oakley. He's got 11. Here's Fleming. Cans the shot from the wing. And the Stars lead by 4. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Timeout. Start it. All right, fans, get loud. Let's go. Elite stands through.
Blair dishes to Russell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Blair. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Oakley. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Blair kicks to Russell. There's a screen. Here's Demaniuk. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far.
All right, fans, get loud. We go. Elite.
And welcome back to the Rising Stars Challenge, a showcase for the up-and-coming stars of the NBA.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And, you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
And for the Stars, Oakley, he's in at point guard. Towns is out there with Winslow. And it's Booker in at shooting guard. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Goes up off the inbound. The Stars trail by 3. Here's Fleming. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 6.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Here is Oakley. He's got 11.
Move the ball.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really, he... epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Kicks to Winslow. Back to Oakley. And stolen by Blair. Okafor, the pass to Blair. Here's Deminick. It's hauled in by Oakley.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Booker.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
The Elite's leading. And it's sent back by Oakley. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. For the lead. And that one's good. Oakley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Russell kicks to Okafor. Picked by Okafor to the left side wing. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Peterson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Stars with the lead. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And Blair kicks to Okafor. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Passes it to Russell. And again, unable to change momentum here. Now Oakley. He's got 16 from past the arc. No good. Here's Towns, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
Both teams will make substitutions. First trip to the free throw. Leads trail by 13. We've got Russell, and it's Okafor, and at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for the Elites. The drive by Russell.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And so Russell hits them both. And the Stars leading by 11. And here's Oakley. Over to the wing. There's the screen. No good off the front iron.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind block it.
And the rebound goes to the Elites. Here's the break. Here's Blair. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And there's no question he was going to be playing in this game, because as far as a first or second year player goes, he's about as impactful as any in the league.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's quickly become one of his team's most important players. For most guys, that can take years, but it's happened really fast for him.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Inside, and Okafor slams it in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Towns with the steal. Blair against Oakley. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Pick by Okafor. Shot off the screen. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Oakley kicks to Towns. Back to Oakley. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
The Elites trail by 8. Blair dishes to Russell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
All right, fans, get loud for your Elite Dance Crew.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Oakley with it. There's a screen.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
To the inside. It's stolen. Ahead. Here's Blair. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Blair's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Booker the pass to Oakley. Nailed from three-point land. Oakley's got 25 points.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Stars.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And he lays in the alley-oop. And the Stars lead by 8.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
Here's Okafor. It's tipped. Tries to save it, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Moutier, he's checked in for the Elites.
Substitution for your Elites. Moutier.
Here's Deminick. The Elites with another miss.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
And the Elites making a change here. Blair's checked in. He's looking for Russell and finds him. A 3-ball. Another miss by the Elites.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
The Elites trail by 10. Feeds it to Blair. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
All right, fans, get loud. We go. Elites dance crew.
.135 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And stolen by Oakley.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And what a game for Freak. He's got 27 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Now the feed to Blair. And a miss there on the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Good.
And really with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Okafor kicks to Blair. And it's blocked by Oakley. But they get it back. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Russell. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Outside Oakley with the shot. It's rebounded by Blair.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
And that one misses. So no problem for the Stars as they get the win.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to get...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
Well, as Dr. O'Neal predicted, I knew he'd be the star of the Rising Stars Challenge this year. Told you that 10 times already, Kenny. So much great young talent on the floor, but this kid stole the show with the display he put on.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game.
If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And that wraps up our coverage of the Rising Stars game here on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet and Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We look forward to seeing you again as the second half of the NBA season gets underway.